This episode is sponsored by the Tiltcats, which can be found at tiltcat.com, also on etraplay.info, which is a weekly podcast about video games, right along with some reviews that can be found over on their website. The Carousel Podcast, which can be found at thecarouselpodcast.com. Also a weekly podcast, which can also be found on etraplay.info. But not only does it cover video games, also music, movies, and comics. So check them out. Today on review, we're going to be looking at Portal 2 for the PS3. Also available on PC, value of Steam, and also Xbox 360. And as a lot of you know, the PC and the PlayStation 3 version have the ability to play with each other. And if you buy it on the PS3, you will get a free copy for Steam. So, my advice is, if you're gonna get it on get it on PlayStation 3. So, in the review, I will be covering pretty much why you should buy this, since, as a lot of you know, Portal 2 is, well, made by Valve, and any game made by Valve would pretty much guarantee you need to buy. So, any question as far as how they connect to the Half-Life universe, I will cover also in that review a little bit of it. But if you have any question, feel free to leave it in the comment for this post and on YouTube. I will read all of them. So how about we get to it in the review of Portal 2.
Don't disappoint me, or I'll make you wish you could die.
Today we're looking at Portal 2 for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC. And of course, if you buy this on the PS3, you'll get a free copy for the PC. Portal 2 have been somewhat of a little long time coming, ever since 2008, and pretty much anything in the Half-Life universe been a very long time coming. So this is a night to see something coming from the universe. Thank you, Valve. So the story of Portal 2 is pretty much you continuing playing as the same character from the last one, which if you've seen the ending after the patch to Portal 1, it will make sense. If not, pretty much instead of dying in the end of the last one, you get rescued and it ends with you being dragged off. So here we are now waking up a couple years later, and the factory had pretty much went to hell in a handbag, and you wake up in a cell, and a little bitty robot come to rescue you and try to get you out of the factory. And pretty much everything goes downhill from there. But the gameplay itself is, the beginning is very interesting. And a little bit into the beginning, you will hit the tutorial, which will train you how to use the same thing you did in the last one, which doesn't drag on too long, which is a good thing. Because before you know it, you will be in open areas, solving very interesting puzzles that in some cases a lot smarter than they was in Portal 1, and the humor of course still there. Anyway, with all the characters, you gotta be dead inside not to love them. So
Don't go in there. She's off. Don't panic over it. She's off. All fine.
the new stuff that have been added to the gameplay is of course Gel, which will give you the ability to run fast, jumping, or the ability to erase and put down a blank canvas. And on top of that, now we have the little force field bridges, and of course the Prima tractor beams, which also add to the mini puzzles, and in some cases it makes the ending puzzle quite interesting and complex. But the gameplay itself is not exactly all indoor. It's a few outdoor environments, some in cases extremely big and a little confusing, but after some quick thinking or just relaxing a bit, the puzzles are not exactly too challenging, and it will come to you any when you get ready to be frustrated. So overall, Portal 2 actually carried the torch of a full-length game, if some of it seem a little bit dragging on, when others are just pure gold. And on the side of the cooperative, you also have multiplayer for the first time.
I don't know what you think you are doing, but I don't like it. I want you to stop.
Which in many cases is twice as long as the original Portal game, which you and your buddy, either online or offline co-op, try to get through the similar mazes, pretty similar to Portal 1, just using the new ability from Portal 2. It's a lot more combined and straightforward, but that's not exactly a bad thing, because these are just some joy characters to play, since you have emotions that you can interact with each other and piss off GLaDOS. And also, to help lag issue, you have a countdown timer telling people when to shoot Portal, which is you can actually tell them well to shoot it, and you can hold down the button to see what your battle have it doing. So overall, it's just like a perfect gameplay we got here in Portal 2. Everything great from Portal 1 carry over with a lot of new stuff that do not break anything. And in some cases, put the Half-Life universe forward if you delve into the mythos of what's happening and overthinking it like someone that will, I'm not going to say names. So overall, I give Portal 2 a 5 out of 5.
As our data clearly shows, humans cannot be trusted.